Hey, they say never judge a book by its cover. When we come back, we're going to talk about it. Okay? Okay. Hey, happy Monday, and welcome to Style with Power, the channel that helps empower men through style. And if you're into videos that talks about mindset, talks about style, talks about fashion, and talks about empowerment, well, this is the channel for you. So just go down to the bottom, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll know every time we upload a video. Well, let me let you know, I'm an avid reader. I love reading books, and I just recently read the Michelle Obama book, fantastic book. I advise everyone to go out there and pick this one up. And I happen to be walking in my hometown, which is Harlem, New York. I love Harlem. And I'm walking down 125th Street, and I love just walking down there, seeing the people. And I seen a book vendor, and I seen a book on the table that I wanted to read, but didn't get a chance to pick it up. And they had it, and I went out and I picked it up. So, this is the book that I'm talking about. Charlamagne Tha God, Black Privilege. And for those of you who don't know who Charlamagne is, he is a radio DJ on 105.1, The Breakfast Club in the New York metropolitan area, and the show is syndicated. And I've been hearing Charlamagne on the radio for a very long time. I remember years ago he used to be on the radio with Wendy Williams, and I just reconnected with him on Power 105, and I always like the young man, and I love the things that he has to say. And I'm listening to him, and I know he wrote a book, and I said, I'm gonna pick this book up. Well, as they say, you should never judge a book by its cover, because this book is an outstanding book. This is a page turner, and I advise all young men, young women, older men, older women, go out and get a copy of this book. This book is fantastic, and I have to give it to the young man. Don't always agree with what he says, but I have to admit that he does say what's on his mind, and he's very straightforward, and he does a lot of studying. He knows what he's talking about, and he has strong arguments for his opinions. He's not always correct, but that's what's so great about listening to a person that talks on the radio, or listening to a person that talks on YouTube. They have their opinions, and you can respect them if they do some research. So I advise everyone to go out and pick up this book. If you listen to Charlamagne on the radio, you may say, why am I going to pick up this guy's book? But let me tell you something. Very, very good book, especially for those who are looking to get motivated. And he talks about his story. He talks about how he gets motivated, and he talks about how he had to fight through, and he had to grind through, and he actually made it. Very spiritual young man. I grew up in a household with a mother who was a school teacher, and I know I'm in higher education, so I understand what she had to go through. And he grew up with a father who was a hustler. Mother's a school teacher, professional woman. Father's a hustler on the street. He's trying to make ends meet, and he picked up something from both of them. So I definitely recommend Charlamagne Tha God's book called Black Privilege. And I know he has a second book out about mental health, which I'll probably pick up one day and I'll take a look at that. But very impressed with this book. So just wanted to mention that, and just wanted to let you know that, hey, sometimes you just can't judge people until you really get to know them. And I think that through this book, you really get a chance to know who Charlamagne Tha God is. Well, another thing you can't judge is you can't judge a person by how they look on the outside or what they're saying, because sometimes they have some things on the inside that they really want to get out. They just don't know how to express themselves. Well, this is the case with a young man who was on the Steve Harvey show. And as you may know, if you've been following me, I'm a big fan of Steve Harvey. I love his motivation. I love the things that he says. And this is a segment from his show. And of course, I always throw this into one of my shows. And it's called Uncle Steve's Words of Wisdom.
I've dressed a certain way my whole life. So apart from that, you know, I work as a mechanic. You know, I get home and I'm all oily, my hands, my clothing. Now, these past couple months, I've been wanting to change up my style a bit. I see you so sharp, your suits, how they're fitted, everything, how you dress, I love it. My question is, I needed your help in guidance of how I can dress more professional and impress my girl.
Come on, pimp, you came to the right place. See, this is what I do. See, I've always dressed up. I've never been a casual guy, even when I was a little boy. I got pictures of me in suspenders and bow ties and ever since I was a kid. My mom was a Sunday school teacher, so we had to go to church a lot. Back in the day, you had to dress up to go to church. My mama said, you're not gonna come in here and asking the Lord for stuff and not look respectable. So I've always liked wearing a suit. Some guys don't like wearing suits and ties because it make you feel stuffy. It doesn't do that to me. This is what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna get you 2 suits free. I'm gonna get you 2 pair of shoes free. I'm gonna buy all your shirts and all your ties free. I'm gonna get you hooked up. We're gonna take your measurements, we're gonna get you right. I'm gonna get you the suits. I'm gonna fix you up. Welcome to the grown man world. Yeah.
Israel, so today we're gonna hook you with some new suits from Steve Harvey collection. I know what I'm doing. It comes down to achieving that iconic look that you've seen Steve wear for all over the years.
I love his style. I love how he dresses, everything, how he matches all his suits with his shirts, everything, all of that. You know, I've always liked this.
So I want to level you up, get you suited the right way, make sure that you can feel comfortable and confident. Good clothes open doors. So the doors that you want to walk through, sometimes that first knock when they see is major. So let's just start it with a couple of suits. Let's try it. Let's go. All right. 3-piece. You always leave the last button undone on your vest or your jacket.
Okay, gotcha.
And then, again, suits are supposed to be kind of tailored to your body, which gives you a shape. Oh my, look at you!
If this don't say power, I don't know what does.
Nothing does after that.
Feel
Now,
good.
so I'm talking about that power look?
Yes.
Pinstripe, double-breasted vest. You look awesome, man. I'm gonna give you a full Windsor now. Just like so. That's the foundation of the knot. Come through. Back. You look great. How do you feel?
I feel great. I feel like I'm ready to take on this new job and look the part.
You look the part, now you gotta be the part.
And gotta be.
Yeah.
Hey, that was fantastic. And as you can see from that segment, how the young man really wanted to change his image. And I know a lot of young people who come to me and they ask for advice on what they can do to change their image and never really went out, actually bought a suit before, don't know how to wear a suit, don't know how to get measured, don't know the first thing about where to go to find a nice suit. So every now and then you may get lucky enough to bump into somebody and go on their show with free tickets like a Steve Harvey and ask those questions. But that's far and few, all right? But you remember you have a person like me who you can contact because that's what I do. I actually help young men look better, dress better, think better, empower themselves better. So if you're the type of person like that gentleman and you need a makeover, you want to go out and buy a suit, you want to learn what it is to go out and get measured and stuff like that, definitely give me or definitely contact me. You can contact me through YouTube with comments. You can contact me through my email. You can DM me. I'll give you all that information in the description below. And don't be afraid, because you may really want to change, but you just don't know how to do it. And I'm here to help as many people as I can to do that. So for our last segment, and as they say, you can't judge a book by its cover. For our last segment, I think you get a kick out of this video. I happened to be invited to see a longtime friend of mine play with his band. And this is always a treat for me to go see my friend Ron and play with his band. So he invited me to come. They were doing a celebration for one of his co-workers, and he was asked to play. So he's there playing and he's singing, and he invites his mother. So Ron has been very, very close with his mother, and his mother is 93. And when I walk into the venue, she's sitting there and she looks so meek and calm, and you would think at 93 she really couldn't move around that much, because at 93 you wouldn't think that she had that type of energy. Well, let me tell you, never judge a book by its cover. When you see this video of her, you're going to be as impressed as I was. And what I didn't get, and I was hoping someone sent it to me, is that she actually looked into the camera when I was videotaping her, and then she asked me to dance, and I was hoping that someone would send me that. And when I get that, I'll definitely send it out to you guys. But let's take a look at her. She is fantastic. Well, what did you think of that? Wasn't she fantastic? 93 years old, 93 years young, I should say, and she was fantastic. But you can't judge a book by its cover. She looked so meek and quiet, but when her son started to sing and started to play, she felt the spirit and she got up and she did her thing. Well, that's the end of this show. It's always, you never want to judge anyone. You always want to find out who they really are and find out what they're really all about before we judge people, right? Never judge a book by its cover. So I hope you enjoyed this segment, and I'll see you guys next Monday.